everybody. Welcome to the Watch Pals. My name's Chris, and this week we watched the movie The Monster Squad. Before we get into that, let me introduce the panel pals, or the squad of pals.
Oh. I
like it.
First, I want to say welcome to Jordan. Jordan, thank you for being here. Oh, he's there. The werewolf of the Watch Pals is back.
Werewolves and Watch Pals.
Who would you all be if you're Universal Monster? Let's go with that.
Well, hold on. Let me introduce everybody first. Jeff, thank you for being here.
Yes. I'm here.
Brian, thank you for being here.
Thanks, because you're scary monsters.
So, Jordan, what was your question?
If you all could be one of the Universal Monsters, like, so we got Creature from Black Lagoon,
Lagoony,
Dracula,
I'd be Tom
Werewolf, the Werewolf,
I already know my answer.
the
so
Mummy.
easy.
Would anybody be the Mummy?
No, it's the one most lamest one.
You know,
You sound like you just stink. We have a friend that would be the Mummy.
So me and Chris started this before. Hold on, let me. The Mummy is a mummy or a zombie?
Oh, yeah, we did talk about
no, because the Mummy's not really craving brains.
It's true.
this. Yeah, but he's undead. That's what a zombie is.
Right, but a
He's
zombie usually craves.
Yeah.
They crave brains
Not what a zombie is.
or eat like flesh.
What's the Mummy trying to do though?
Walk.
No, Jordan, we
Barely.
did an episode about the. Remember that was the
Yeah, we talked
from
about
Middle East. Yeah, what was the name of those things? The ghouls. A ghoul is basically
Yeah.
a zombie from the Middle East.
A mummy is not a zombie, but they have distinct things in common, right?
Right.
But the difference is that the mummy's like a preserved body versus like a.
So it's like, and I think we mentioned this. So a mummy is just a better kept zombie, like someone who cared about the body.
I guess,
Right.
but I think part of it being resurrected though is more in line with like the mythos surrounding it.
Yeah.
Like ancient Egypt and stuff.
Muslim folklore, Arabic folklore, but like they're pretty similar, aren't they?
A mummy and a zombie.
Yeah,
Do they both just come from the ghoul?
I think so. Yeah.
I think one's supposedly like controlled by the spirit of a pharaoh or something. I don't know.
Oh,
I think there's other
right.
things
Yeah.
like at play with the mummy. There's like some more magical, mystical stuff versus like the zombies, usually like acid rain or something, some chemical thing.
So, who would you pick, Jeff?
Between a zombie and a mummy, I would probably be. I feel like Dracula is an easy one, right? But I would probably be the Invisible Man.
Because you're a pervert.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian. What about you?
Yeah, okay, I don't get to. All right, I don't get to elaborate on that. You're just gonna.
Go ahead, elaborate on it.
He just wants to perv out. No,
all
you
right.
guys.
Well,
right.
well, you didn't continue.
No.
You just kind of shut up.
Well, yeah.
Why
I
would you want to
just-
be the Invisible Man?
Why wouldn't you want to be? You're invisible. You could just have kind of whatever you want as far as like money goes, right?
You just want to sneak in and see people changing.
No,
That's why you want to be that.
I could just have the internet. What's that? Who cares?
So with the Invisible Man, are you in your clothes invisible, or you yourself are invisible and you're naked? Otherwise,
I think
otherwise-
it's the Invisible Man is naked, right?
I
think so.
thought, that's
Well,
what
it
I
has
thought.
to be
yeah.
so you can't see
Yeah.
clothes on them. Yeah.
yeah,
So when I don't want to be seen and I want to just do whatever,
I'll be
just
naked.
hanging out.
What if you become
Yeah.
uninvisible whenever you're just out and about?
I
Invisible.
mean, I might. So maybe some paint falls on me or something, right? You know?
That usually happens in those films. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, whatever. I'll just wipe it off. I don't care. I would be a chill. It would just allow me freedom. I think is what I want. Right?
What would you
Freedom from the cogs. Freedom
do-
from the cogs of what's it called?
Well, damn,
Capitalism.
society?
Yeah.
But what would you do though?
I would
You
do
just do
whatever
that
I
in
want,
your own
man.
house.
I could literally I couldn't because I have to go to a job every day, and
If you're
there's
invisible, you
things
still got to go to a
expected of me.
job.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I rob a
You're just
bank
invisible.
like constantly.
There you go.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
So I was going to ask if you do it for good or bad, but you're saying
I would do it
bad.
for good, man. I could like
You're talking about robbing a bank.
people who maybe need an accident to happen to them. Maybe it happens. That's all I'm saying.
You're trying to kill people? Like a
Maybe?
Dr. Kevorkian kind of thing?
No. No, like someone
No.
who's a piece of shit who,
So you want to be like Will Smith in that movie? What's that movie? Hemlock
Hemlock.
or
Hemlock.
Hancock?
yeah, Hancock. You want to be like Hancock, like just
He's
like
not
a
invisible.
lazy. Yeah, but he's just a lazy superhero.
But what?
I didn't say I wanted to be a superhero, but I would like, hey, I have the means to do things other people can't because I'm invisible. Like,
So you want to rip people off and stuff.
No. I would never rip off someone who doesn't need ripped off, right? I would rip off.
You'd help Bin Laden, is what you're saying.
No, listen here. How did you even get to that?
Because you said you want to do like pervy
All right,
stuff.
who would you be, Jordan? We're gonna make you help Bin Laden too in a second. Here, we'll get there.
Didn't he already
In
say
a
it?
second.
He wanted to be the werewolf guy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the dumbest one.
Why?
I thought the Mummy was the dumbest one.
I think the mummy's
That's
the
true.
dumbest. Yeah.
Mummy's the dumbest. You're right. Werewolf. I mean, if it's anything like the werewolf we saw in this movie, you can't control yourself. You just murder people.
But you're super
Like-
strong.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, you like for like a night or 2 week of the month, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to murderous rampage.
I mean, you
I
want
thought
that?
I think it'd be cathartic.
Wow. So you would help Bin Laden then if he were like, hey, I got a monster. I'm gonna just leave this guy here.
You and what's that guy? The Jello guy would just be hanging out.
The Jello guy, Bill Cosby.
Yeah, what's that guy? Yeah,
Puddin' Pop?
you and Bill Cosby be hanging out, causing
Good
mischief.
God.
He's known as the Jello guy.
Yeah,
Uh,
JELLO.
Wow.
I'm a wolf. All right,
Whoops,
Brian.
Whoops, Jello. Whoops.
Brian, what do you want to be?
It's so funny. I was thinking about this for a second, but I would just be the Wolfman because you can't control him, but he just tears everybody apart. So I just don't care. That's
It'd
it.
be fun.
Wow. How's that fun? You can't control it. You murder your whole family and all your friends. It's great.
Well, if you're a monster, you're also in control of like hurting other people. So I mean, if you're into that.
I don't know.
I think I would be Frank. I want to say Frankenstein so I can get the height.
Frankenstein.
I always wanted to be taller. You know what
Wow.
I'm saying? I'm a little
He's
guy.
pretty tall.
That's the reason.
Hey.
But I think I'd have to go. I think I'd have to go with
That's
Dracula.
Dracula's an easy one, right? Vampire would be cool.
Yeah, I've always wanted to suck some things. Get some stuff, satiate
Suck some
myself.
things and get some stuff. All right.
No, but if I was gonna be Frankenstein, it'd be kind of slow, but I'd be big. That'd be nice
You're
for
just
once
like
in my life.
you're just like sewn together parts of other dead people, though. You're not even
I think
you anymore.
if it was my friends, I'd be cool with that.
All right, whose legs would you want out of the watch pals here?
I
I think
legs.
Brian, you
oh.
want Brian's legs and feet for sure.
I have very strong legs and big feet. Yeah.
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
My calves are very strong.
I think though I'd be so tired from carrying those things around on me, around with me. So whose midsection would I want?
Sure.
Definitely not mine.
Probably Jordan's because he got
definitely Jordan's.
that hair. Yeah, like the Wolfman already.
I got some hair.
Oh, well, you got the
I'm
red hair
bare.
too, though. So I don't know.
I do. Wow. All right. What are you trying to say?
Speaking of hair, my niece and nephew were in town this past weekend, and they're like when to go. They stayed at a hotel. I came and saw them and like, let's go swing in the hotel. And they're like, took my shirt off, like, you're like a bear. And they kept yelling that, and I was like, yeah, I'm hairy. Sorry.
And they'd clean out the pool filter afterwards, and it was all like,
It was a point of pride.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
get
wear
the
it proudly.
Wolfman thing now.
Yeah, I guess I'd be Frankenstein, maybe. Yeah.
You guys tell us which one had the best answer
Yes.
and why. Who would you be in the comments?
You want to be pervert, hairy, or dumb?
Wow. You want to
bite people's necks? You want to grow
Listen,
some hair?
Harry is not the only thing. It's your yeah, forget it. Just forget
You want to walk around looking stupid
start.
with bandages?
it. Yeah.
All right, Brian, you're taking us through the movie Monster Squad. Why'd you pick this movie again?
Because I grew up watching this movie. I rented this a lot in the 80s, and I couldn't believe. I guess not a lot of people have seen this movie. It's a cult classic, but I just wanted you guys to see it.
Well, also, in the grand scheme of things, why'd you pick this movie?
Oh, because it is horror themed. Because we're doing horror themed movies.
That's right, because it's
There you
close to Halloween.
That's right. It's coming up on Watch Pals Halloween, so we're picking spooky movies.
when you said this name of this movie, I got it confused with the Howie Mandel movie with Fred Savage.
Fred Savage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Monsters.
Little Monsters. I was like, oh, cool. I can't wait to watch that again. And I was like, oh, wait, I don't know if I've ever seen this. And I definitely heard of it. And I don't know why I hadn't seen it.
Two different kind of movies, both
way different
themed, but
kid themed, yeah, but way different.
Yeah.
Is like someone saw the Goonies and they were like, let's just make this movie like a ripoff of the Goonies, but monsters?
I think, was this out before the Goonies?
I don't know.
No, this came out after the Goonies, I think. Because this is like, they definitely saw the Goonies and were like, let's do this, but with monsters.
And way worse. Did you ever see Halloween Town? That movie?
No.
It's like a Christmassy movie with Halloween Town. I don't know.
You mean
this reminds me of that.
This guy says way worse and then asks me if I've seen a movie called Halloween Town.
Yeah, it's terrible, but it's
called Nightmare Before Christmas.
It looks like it looks like a made for TV movie like this one. Okay, Brian, I'm going to turn the ship over to you. You take us through the Monster Squad.
All right. Our movie begins with a title card that says 100 years before the story begins. It was a time of darkness in Transylvania, which is kind of weird, but I'll get to that in a second. A time when Dr. Abraham Van Helsing and a small band of freedom fighters conspired to rid the world of vampires and monsters and to save mankind from the forces of eternal evil. And basically, they blew it.
It says that too.
Yeah, it actually says that in the title card. I didn't just make that as a joke. So they cut to a castle that Van Helsing, if you don't know who Van Helsing is, he's hunted Dracula he's been in the lore forever. He's hunting Dracula in his castle with a crew here to banish him to a portal, to banish him to like the void, basically. Limbo. So he finds this crystal in the middle of their castle. It's like a little glowing crystal shining light everywhere. And they bring this young girl to read this incantation to start this portal to open from the crystal. But as they're doing that, Dracula kind of wakes up and all these zombies start popping up from the floor and start attacking all the first of all, it's the classic action movie move where like once the floor starts shaking, everybody in the party aside from the main characters starts panicking, falling over out of nowhere. Like, whoa!
They're also doing it at night. Like, come on.
Yeah, well, it's the perfect time. Yeah, right. Like it's got. Well,
why would you do that at night? That's when Dracula's awake.
Why does Dracula have this thing that can destroy and banish him hanging out like just in his place? I mean, there are some things like that are like, why?
Isn't it a thing? I think they mentioned something in the story later. Like if you have it, if you're evil and you're in control of it, you control the world.
Oh, I must.
And that's why they had to get it from his clutches or like banish him to the portal. Yeah. But
when they bust in with the dynamite,
yeah.
There's a vampire. She's eating a possum.
Yeah.
They come running in with guns and a crossbow. She just keeps staring at them.
Yes.
Van Helsing runs in and just stares at her, loads a crossbow. She's still staring at him.
Yeah.
He shoots her. He's like, she's a vampire. Like, why won't she like be like, oh, they're coming in to attack me? Like,
it's the throwaway vampire.
Yeah, go kill that guy.
Right.
The amount of time that was the sacrifice for that.
She was so shocked in the middle of her possum meal.
Yeah. That's what
it
it
was
was.
like, hold on a second. I was just eating here. I've been eating all day.
And then much later in the movie when they're doing the same thing again.
Yep. Yes. with Rudy.
Yeah.
Right. So basically what happens is the zombies come out, start attacking everybody. That they manage to open up the portal. But in the process, Van Helsing gets himself sucked into the portal, as well as the young girl to start. Like, didn't even give her a chance. Once they opened it up.
That's why don't be a virgin, kids.
Yeah, and that's yeah. Well,
as soon as possible.
I think they'll plan on it, but no. So he gets himself sucked into the portal by accident, and that's where it cuts to modern day, and we cut to our main characters, our heroes, the Monster Squad, the Monster Club. I guess they call it or do they call it they call it the Club at first?
Club, yeah.
Monster Club at first, and then they changed the name. But present day, the kids are in school. They're in the principal's office. They're in trouble for not paying attention in science class for drawing monsters once again. I think it's like a spider with a human head at this point. a teacher's head, who they say looks like a human. They call her Meow Mix because she has a cat head. And so,
who are these guys? Like, are these famous actors? Like
these kids?
Some of the kids in this movie? Like, I
no,
recognize
these
a lot
are
of them.
none of. Are the
Bully
kid
was
actors?
in the Wonder Years. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, some of them off actors are like some known actors.
He hasn't been shown. The bully hasn't been shown yet, but he's a in everything he's in because he's the brother from
true.
Wonder Years.
He just looks like a yeah.
The kids, the principal pretty much says to them, "Look, kids, you gotta pay attention. I think monsters are cool, but science is cool too." And they're just like,
I grew up, science is still
loving
cool,
monsters, yeah. And they're like, he's like, "But monsters aren't real." And they're like, "We don't know that, sir." And then he kicks them out of the principal's office. So they're walking down the hallway. They run into the cat head teacher. They bump into her to give that joke an ending.
And there's some interesting choice of words.
Yeah. There's some, I didn't want to get too much into that, but there's some 80s tropes in this film. So if you've watched
a trope?
Well, it's happened a lot in 80s films. I'll say that.
Fair.
So,
I think it's worth mentioning this kid's shirt too.
Yeah.
This is pretty sweet.
I heart Stephen King, or I love
Stephen King rules.
Stephen King rules. Yep. And you can buy that. I looked it up.
So, we get introduced to our next character in the playground, which is Horace, and he's eating a candy bar. Otherwise, Horace is otherwise known as Fat Kid.
Like the whole movie, very mean.
Yeah. But I mean, in the same sense of like, if you watch the Goonies, it's like the chunk of this movie. It's like they called him. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what they call him. So he's Fat Kid, and Fat Kid runs into two bullies. They're interviewing him about being fat, and they throw his candy bar down onto the ground and step on it, and then make him proceed to after he insults them back under his breath, make him proceed to try to eat the candy bar on the ground.
Yeah, and this one bully is the one kid from the Wonder Years.
Yeah, the kid with the fluffy blonde hair is the kid from the Wonder Years.
The older brother from Wonder Years,
Yeah. So then they're interrupted by a kid on a bike, and he does the classic like Grease move. He lights his cigarette from the match off his foot, right?
Flies up on the bike, does it like peels out kind of thing. Yeah. Lights the match, smokes a cigarette.
That's what Jordan looked like whenever he was in middle school.
That's him.
That was it.
Young Jordan.
And proceeds to help out Horace, aka Fat Kid. He says to bully from the Wonder Years, he says, "Well, it looks like you're pretty hungry. Maybe you should eat that candy bar. It's yours now."
Because he was in junior high, right? Isn't that the thing? Like,
he's a couple years older than these kids. Yeah. And they know him from just around. Like, he's wearing like he wears like the jean jacket. He's like the cool kid around, wears sunglasses all the time, and he makes this kid proceed to just eat this candy bar off the ground. And they make him do it so slow too. He takes like a very slow bite, and you hear all the kids say "ooh," and they cut to the next scene. So
because he like smashed it with his foot too, so it's like this big foot mark.
Yeah, it's just mashed. So the main kids that were just in the principal's office, they're walking home from school. They run to the little sister Phoebe, which is the Stephen King Rules little sister, and Stephen King Rules kid. I'm trying to remember his name off the top of my head.
There's Patrick is one of them, right?
Is it? It's Sean. So Sean is the guy with the Stephen King shirt, the kid, and then his younger sister is Phoebe that always carries the little teddy bear with her, and then you have his friend Patrick. That's the one with the I think he wears sunglasses too, and like a button shirt, whatever he wears. But they're walking home. They're crossing the sidewalk. They run into this scary house, which this scary house has a scary inhabitant named Scary German Guy. Man. And so they don't know too much about him. They just it's kind of like an overgrown. It's like that house in the neighborhood you walked by growing up. It's like overgrown. No, you don't ever see anybody coming out of it.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's older. But
it's also an 80s trope because either like back then it was either the guy lives in a house is German or he's Russian.
Right.
It's
either German, Russian, or an older person that's like scary, this scary older guy.
Or both. Yeah.
Or exactly. Or all three. Or all four. So they run into Rudy at the end of the street after they see Scary German Guy's house, and they say, "Hey, Rudy, I'm sorry." They run into Fat Kid, who helped out, or Rudy helped out, and they also run into Rudy that helped him out. And they say to Rudy, "Hey, do you want to join our club? We have to give you the monster test. So they go to the clubhouse they have, and
the clubhouse is awesome, by the way, man.
Yeah, we'll get to the clubhouse. They have so many cool posters and everything.
Every kid wishes they had that.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
I'm going to mention something about that too when we get there, but go ahead.
Sure. So Phoebe, right before they run off, spots scary German guy peek out the window, and she gets scared and runs away. So in the next scene, it's a plane, and 2 pilots are flying, and they're just kind of joking around, saying like, "Are you sleepy? I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm having a good time." But I thought I heard something in the back. Maybe you should go check it out. Yeah,
they're talking about. They were talking about like how they don't have passengers this time, and it's better.
Yeah, it's just cargo.
Well, yeah, the one guy's like, "What am I doing with my life?" And I thought this was really, really funny because, like, what am I doing with my life, man? Like, where am I going? He's like, "I have passengers, no cargo." And the guy's like, "Yeah, you passengers, no cargo. Like, that's a win."
Right.
No one's complaining.
Why are you worried about it?
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, you're worried about it.
Yeah. And then, of course, they die.
No, they don't.
Oh, no, they have to deal with something more
deal
terrible
something in
than
the back.
passengers.
So the one pilot goes in the back, and he sees that a bat is back there that flies past his head. Turns out to be, of course, our friend Dracula, who has shown up and is there to steal the cargo in the back. So he has opened the hatch and has dropped the cargo over a swamp, and then it's sunk in there. And Dracula kind of flies out of the plane and just
what happens is that guy tries to kill Dracula. This guy who's attacking him, who's just dressed weird, by opening the hatch, thinking he'll fall out, and he does. He like floats there for a second because he's Dracula, and like he's like, "Oh, what the heck."
And then he morphs into the bat and flies down.
He morphs into the bat and flies down.
But that box goes down too.
Right.
But also, isn't because at some point the Gill man shows up behind the clubhouse. Isn't there like a swampy area behind the kids' clubhouse?
Well, that's another part of this movie. I always had, because I watched this a lot growing up, but I never really understood. It's like, these kids love monsters. Yeah. How is this all happening in their neighborhood? I never made that connection until I watched this closely again. And basically, the link is that apparently Van Helsing's house is in their neighborhood, or where he ended up.
666 Stone Drive. Yeah.
Right. So the book that Sean requested, which was Van Helsing's diary, just happened to be connected in this area, and that's also where he's storing the gem or diamond to prevent the portal and everything. So that's something I didn't understand as a kid, but I understood now. So back at the clubhouse, they're doing the test with Rudy to let him in, just asking him like random questions, like how do you kill monsters? Like, and you could talk about the awesome posters here too. So there's like so many zombie and like horror movie posters in here in their treehouse.
Yeah, one looked like the Thing, but it was called like
The Being.
It might have been like just like, no, I think it was just like knockoffs they made.
Okay.
Because they also do that, and we didn't get to the Sean's dad yet either, the cop, because they watch a horror movie together later. But there's also another kid they introduce up in the treehouse, and that's the kid with the dog, Eugene.
Yeah,
he's Michael Fassino from Married with Children.
Is that who it is?
Yeah,
that's really him.
It's Michael Fassino.
Yeah. So what is his what is his relationship with these guys? Is he a neighbor?
I think he's either a neighbor. I think he has to be a neighbor because he's like too young to be in the school, right?
I think they all just live in the same, like live next door to each other.
Because they never acknowledge that. Because like clearly, like Rudy's junior high, they're elementary, but like Eugene, I assume is elementary or even lower. But like they never acknowledge it. But I think that dynamic with him and the dog being there is a cool thing.
Yeah, he's got that little dog that like is always looking for snacks and stuff. Petey.
Yeah, Petey. Yeah,
getting in the way, and then the little sister is still trying to get in the club, but you can see when he lifts up the door, it says boys only, or no girls,
no girls. Yeah.
So they're just like hanging out. He gets called down for dinner and by his mom, and so they're still doing the testing up there. He's like, "Am I in or not?" You don't really know. You assume Rudy's in the monster.
Yeah, they're like, "How do you kill a vampire?" Okay, blah blah blah. How do you kill a werewolf? And they're going back and forth. There's only one way, right? The silver bullet.
Silver bullets.
And they're like, "The
car
you're
crash." Wrong. Yeah, what the heck? Yeah, no.
Fall out of a building and blow up.
Yeah, like some ridiculous stuff.
So he goes in the house and is talking to his mom, Sean, and runs into she lets him know that he has the book that he requested, that Shadowgate Lane or whatever his road. And he's just going
Shadowgate Lane Road, the book.
No, she picked it up at a garage sale.
Yeah.
Oh, was it a
And he's
local
like, oh,
spot?
awesome. Yeah.
But there was somebody requests it, don't they? They were looking for it, which comes up later. Because that's how he figures out that Dracula's in town. Because someone left a message.
Dracula's looking for the book.
That's right. I know Dracula's looking for the book, but I'm saying Sean has the book now. So how does he make that connection to that name? Because he gets the name Alucard. He's like, someone left their name Alucard about that book, which if you spell it backwards is Dracula, but that comes up in a few scenes, right? But anyway, so we'll get to that in a second. But
that mom is in like a bunch of 80s and 90s movies.
Yeah. So we were saying also before we start recording that because of the Goonies like similarity, she's also the mom in the Goonies. Like she's the mom of the main characters.
She's a part of a running gag in Lethal Weapon. She's a psychiatrist that Mel Gibson's characters are supposed to see. There's a running gag in all the Lethal Weapon movies.
Oh, that's right. She's a psychiatrist, right? Yeah.
He would f with her every time in all the movies. I don't know because she's in all four or three of the four are all four, but yeah.
How many are there?
What, Lethal Weapons?
Yeah, I never seen them.
4. There might be a 5th one coming, but there's 4.
Chris, did you ever see Die Hard with a Vengeance?
Yeah, I've seen all Die Hard.
Great movie.
That was supposed to be a Lethal Weapon movie.
Yeah.
They are similar but there's more jokes in Lethal Weapon, I think.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't think there's any jokes in. Okay, whatever.
So, anyway, Dracula's hanging out.
Alucard, right?
Back to this, yeah. Back
to monsters. But no, Dracula, he looks out over the town. They have that cool shot of like the skull changing in the lightning. That was kind of cool, like that physical shot they did. And then they cut back to Sean at the house, and he's talking to his dad. And his dad's a cop. They kind of lean in the backstory a little bit that he and his mom are having a tough time because his dad's been working late.
There's a scene where like his dad's changing, and Sean goes up to him. He's like, "Hey, I thought you quit smoking." He's like, "Yeah, come here, son." He's like smoking,
Grabs
blows
him.
a cigarette in his face. He's like, "I thought you quit smoking." He's like, "Yeah, come here. Let me put a cigarette smoke in your face and tell you about our problems right now."
He's just like, "Don't give me a hard time."
Yeah. He's
Still realistic.
He's smoking in the kid's face as he's saying this. So I thought it was funny.
So he was supposed to have dinner with his mom that night. They had a big plan, and his son came in the room to ask him, "Will you go see this horror movie with me at the drive-in?" Like it's like Groundhog Day part 17.
Yeah, 17.
So wait, his they were supposed to go to a marriage counselor, and then he wanted to go with his friends to the movie, and he said, "No, you got to stay home with your sister."
Right, because they have to go out to the marriage counselor.
The marriage counselor, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, but so-and-so's going to spoil it for me. And then they joked about, like, how, all this ridiculous stuff happened in these Groundhog Day movies.
Right. So then his buddy calls him at the station and says, "Hey, you got to come in. There's some nut down here. We need your help down here." So he tells his wife, "Hey, this is part of the job. I'm sorry, you knew this when I signed up. I have to," and she could tell she's super. So he heads out to the door. They go to the police station, and we get introduced to our next monster character.
Napoleon Dynamite's uncle.
It's Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite, and it's he starts flipping out. He's like, you gotta help me. You gotta take care of me before the moon comes out. You gotta lock me up. Just do something with me. So that he ends up grabbing, like he's fighting with all these officers. And as he's fighting with the officers, he's just eyeing up the moon, right? So they end up shooting the wolf. I forget what he says right before they blast him.
Lock me up.
Just like, "Lock me up," and they just blast him like 3 or 4 times.
Did they really go into who, like how he became the Wolfman? Or is this his first time? Or is
it's no. It's generally known at this point in the 80s, like who the Wolfman is.
In this movie, in the context of this movie, do they explain why he is the Wolfman? Like, why is this the first time he's coming in saying this?
Well, the same lines, like, how many times did they have in Spider-Man where, like, Peter Parker? So if you watch the new Spider-Man movie,
you have to go to his backstory.
Yeah, you know who he is. You know who he is. Like, this is why he's Spider-Man.
It's like you should know. Well, if you don't know who these monsters are, you probably should.
You need to
the Universal monsters, yeah. So
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, this is the first time he's going to this police station saying, "Lock me up." If he's the Wolfman, Where was he the years before?
Okay.
When he was turning into the Wolfman.
That makes sense. Was he living in the area?
Right.
Is that what you're saying? Like,
I think it's because Dracula's back, all this stuff's popping
Oh, okay.
off.
So that's causing it.
Yeah, Dracula is he's organizing all, because we'll get to that scene in a second.
which is the case, but but like you guys are both like, is he there because Dracula's there? If that's the case, like they don't allude to that. Like why?
Yeah.
Like they're all being summoned there. Like,
yeah, they don't tell you why yet. Yeah. Dracula is essentially assembling his army to help him out. And it's all the famous monsters.
Yeah, his monster squad.
You're right, his monster squad. Exactly, dude. That's good. So, so Wolfman gets, well, he's not Wolfman yet. He's still regular man. He gets blasted in the police station. We go over to the museum, and Sean's dad, the detective there, he meets his partner. And they said one of our what the hell's the word I'm looking for? Not artifacts. Yeah, I was gonna say the sarcophagus is gone, or it opens and the mummy's gone. So basically, he's like, dead people just don't get up and walk away. Cut to a dead person getting up and walking away. That joke was great. No, but it's just the mummy walking away. Basically, he's out of the museum.
the one cop keeps saying, "I'm a good detective."
Yeah.
That's a through line through the whole
Oh
movie.
yeah, his partner, right?
Yeah.
It's
And
like
he
this
was in-
weird in joke.
Until
Yeah.
he does.
Like, yeah.
Right.
But he was in Snake Eyes.
Oh yeah, he was the boxer.
He's a boxer. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in a couple movies I've seen.
But I also
That actor.
he kept saying, like, he was kind of over the top. He's like, "But I'm a good detective. I'm a good detective."
Good detective. I want you all to know, because I let you know. I looked into it. So as the mummy's walking away, Wolfman's body is laying there, and it's in full moon view, and it starts bubbling. And his toes start breaking out of his shoes and into full wolf form. So you can see he's starting to turn, and they're in the, like, his body's in the ambulance, and it's driving away, and this dude's jamming on headphones, as you do. You really shouldn't do in the car, by the way.
Yeah. That was an 80s thing, I guess, right?
I mean, that's a thing people do now too, and it's stupid. But he's jamming away on the headphones, and Wolfman comes and like breaks his neck, I assume. He like pulls him off screen. But
Especially because like 80s headphones sucked, and now we have like, headphones that like have the noise canceling, so you can still hear crap with those headphones on. This is stupid.
Yeah.
80s headphones sucked.
so Sean's dad gets home. Sean is watching Groundhog Day Part 17 from his rooftop with binoculars and a radio, little FM radio.
That's crazy. Why wouldn't they just do that every night then? Why would he complain? He'd be like, "Oh, I'll just go sit on the roof and do it." Like, that's so stupid.
Well, I mean, like, how dangerous is that?
Also, he's not watching his sister at all. Like, what's
Right.
the point if he's just up there?
He just gave up, and his dad understands that he gave up, so he joins him,
And
and
he
he
brings
gives him.
a classic,
He's like, "Here's a Whopper."
a classic Burger King bag.
Classic Burger King. And then we go over to the swamp, and Dracula is assembling as Jeff said, his monster squad. So he uses his powers to lift up the crate out of the water that fell from the plane.
Doesn't the Gill Man pick it up for him?
Oh, that's right. Gilman pushes it out of the water. That's what lifts it up. I'm sorry.
Who looks like the Predator in this movie?
Yeah, he doesn't really look like the creature from the Black Lagoon. He's a little more intense. But what turns out to be in the crate is Frankenstein's monster. So this is kind of a cool part. He links up his his bolts on the side of his neck
Yeah.
to his,
With his cane.
walking cane, and raises it up to the sky and strikes it with lightning to rise him out of the crate, which is kind of cool. But so back to the house, the mother lets Sean know as she's putting little sister to bed. Someone left a message about that book, that diary, and it said Mr. Alucard, which in a really intense scene, kind of like a Christmas Story with the Ovaltine where he's writing it down. He spells out Dracula. He spells out Dracula backwards.
Yeah,
So-
I think I don't know if we mentioned it about the book, but I think if we didn't, an important thing is that when he got the book from his mom, he was excited, and then he opened it up, and it was in German. and
It's
he
all in
couldn't
German,
read it.
and he can't read it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So
it's like a plot device because it
Which
comes
will come
back
up-
to
right,
you know.
a character later. So, he spells out Dracula and is shocked. And then we go over to the young kid's house of the Monster Club, where he thinks there's a monster in his room, and he wakes up his dad. So he wakes up his dad, and his dad's like, all right, all you monsters, get out of here. He goes, all right, there's no more monsters in here, pal. He goes, there's one, he's like pointing, he goes, there's a monster in the closet. So he does this move where he pulls the door open, but he doesn't look in the closet, and he goes, oh, it's a scary monster. It's so scary. And the mummy is actually standing in there, like looking at the kid. So he just slams it right back in the mummy's face, and the kid just has his eyes closed. And the mummy just, I don't know why the mummy just wandered there, but he just wandered out. He just wandered out of his own accord.
He wandered into a kid's, closet,
Mummies suck.
They're the worst monster.
This kid has some cool posters in his room. He's got like a Punisher poster. He's got like a Robotech shirt.
I didn't even notice the
all right.
poster on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're back in the treehouse. Sean is letting all the friends know. He called up Rudy up there. They're calling themselves the Monster Squad now because he knows monsters are in town. Dracula's in town, and we have to band up to stop him. Something's going to go down.
And the other members are like, what's a squad?
Yeah, they don't even know what that is. And then he's trying to, one of the best jokes of the scene is that he's trying to explain all this serious stuff. And this friend goes, oh, fat kid farted in the middle of it. So he's like, come on, you guys, you got to get serious. Dracula's here. We gotta figure out how to translate this book. So they go over to Dracula's, well, it's not his mansion, but he's taken over Van Helsing's old mansion in the middle of the swamp because he's trying to find the amulet where he's hidden it. So he says he goes down to Frankenstein in the dungeon and says, I need you to get this book for me. These children have it. If they give you any trouble, kill them.
So wait, I have one question I want to ask everybody here. Why is he if he's Dracula, why is he assembling all these monsters? What's the point?
Because he wants their help.
For what? He's Dracula. He obviously can do everything himself.
But he can't do everything himself. If he's sending Frankenstein to get the book from the kids.
Yeah, you can't do anything in the daylight.
Yeah, but he can just go at night when they're sleeping and just bat in and take it, right? It doesn't make sense.
He could try. Maybe Dracula's not too bright in this story.
Okay. All right. Well.
So the kids go over to scary German guy's house, and he catches them by surprise.
Yeah, they're outside front, like, talking about him.
Yeah, they're, like, plotting what they're going to do to, like, talk to him or what they're going to do but to get the book translated.
Yeah.
And he just kind of walks up behind him.
We approach them, yeah.
And then go inside the house. He's holding a knife, and he says, your time is almost up. You have to decide if you want one last piece of pie. It's like the most like nice guy.
Pie and Pepsi.
He's got all kinds of like nice trinkets around his home. Very nice home that scary German guy has. And he's saying to the kids, well, it says here that the amulet has a great deal of power, and that if evil takes it over, then they'll control the world. So you have to perform this. Or I'm sorry, you don't. He gets that later in the scene, but he says you have to perform this ritual to banish any kind of evil trying to steal the amulet. And he says here in Van Helsing's translation, here's how to do it, and it's actually happening tomorrow night. This is 100 years ago. This entry in the diary. So he basically says to the kids, like, you have to have a virgin perform this ritual tomorrow night to banish evil. Otherwise, they could take over the world. In so many short words. And then he says that, thanks for the pie and Pepsi, and see you kids later. So they had a interesting little scene there. I don't know if you guys caught it right at the end where he said, like, you sure know a lot about monsters.
Yeah. We have to talk about that scene.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So he goes, I think I sure do. Or I think I do. And as he's closing the scene, you see a tattoo on his arm of a bunch of like letters and numbers. And I'm thinking that's about the Holocaust, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Sure.
So
I was like, whoa.
That's a crazy reference, a little dark reference there,
yeah,
right?
I'll say like the darkest.
Right. He lived through the Holocaust.
He's a Holocaust survivor.
Yeah.
Also solidifies he's not a bad person in this universe. Like he's
in a universe.
He's not a German.
Well, yeah, of course, any universe.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
He's on the kid's side.
Yeah.
Is what they're going. I think they're going.
the kids are walking back to the house, to Sean's house, back to the tree house, and they run into his little sister, and they run into his little sister's new friend, who is Frankenstein. and all the kids panic and like run and like hide behind like, lawn furniture and like
Horse goes in a trash can.
He goes inside of a trash can.
He's hiding in there and like, come on. They're like, his sister says, don't be a chicken.
Which is great because she's so small and like, yeah.
And I've actually seen, real quick, I've seen this next line on memes around lately. It's like Sean goes up to Frankenstein and says, "Are you dead?" And Frankenstein goes, "Dad," like that, like question him. That's like the meme said something like after I've drank like 2 cases of beer and my kid asks what I'm doing after work in the garage or something like that. So anyway, they become friends with Frankenstein. He's very friendly.
Frankenstein was in
Tom Noonan, yeah.
He was in Heat, which we watched very briefly.
He was the guy in the wheelchair, right?
Yeah, he's also the antagonist in Last Action Hero.
Yeah, he was the Ripper.
The Ripper, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So Tom Noonan was in a lot of 80s. I mean, he's still in movies, so he's an awesome actor. But he's always in like these like crazy like side parts or something, like these character actor moments. So they become friends with Frankenstein in the treehouse, and they show him a mask of himself, and he gets upset by this.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, am I scary?
Yeah, scary."
And they walk off with him in the sunset. And you would think that would be the end, but no.
Yeah, he kills all the kids.
Yeah, that's the end of the movie. And everybody's
he body
happy.
slams them all through the treehouse floor.
So back to Van Helsing's place. Dracula is in the basement with the Wolfman, and they're trying to track down the amulet. Dracula's like, "I know you've hid it in this house somewhere. I can feel it." And he's like, "It's here." And he starts like just hammering into the wall. Finding this like hidden room of treasures. It's basically like the amulet surrounded by a bunch of like crosses and whatever else is in there. But this is that favorite line you had, Jeff.
Yeah, I will bring it up because I was just like, what?
I didn't even know it was on this album, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I heard this line and I was like, holy I've heard this line a lot because it's on one of my favorite bands. So I like metal. If you don't know me, I'm a big fan of melodic death metal, specifically all kinds of different metal, power metal, whatever. It doesn't matter. But I really like the Black Dahlia Murder, and they have an album called Nocturnal. And on the song Nocturnal, at the end of it, it's the line, "Soon the creatures of the night shall rule the world, and there is no one to stop us." It's like they sample that in the song, and I heard that, and I was like, "Whoa, that's what it's from!" Like, I had no clue. So anyway, fun little fact there. Fun fact.
Cool little clip, and then we go into the montage of the Monster Squad getting ready for the upcoming battle. And it's basically like they're in school, like trying not to fall asleep and riding their bikes around. They're in the shop class. Rudy's making sharpened stakes for vampires.
Silver bullets.
He's like throwing like spoons.
He's doing everything.
Yeah.
He's doing all the hard work basically, and then
it's a classic 80s montage.
Yeah, the song is like, I don't even know how it goes.
Dance till your feet fall off or something like that.
Dance till your feet fall off. It probably doesn't even sound like that.
This is a Monster Squad song too. It's like played in the end, right?
During the credits, yeah. But one of the more important parts that comes back later in this montage is
so good.
Eugene writes a note in crayon. It says, "Dear Army guys, come quick. Q-U-I-K. There are monsters, Eugene."
And he has Pete lick the envelope.
Yeah, he has Petey lick the envelope. And then
on the wrong side, by the way.
Right. So I think Rudy steals some arrows too from the archery range.
Yeah.
And I didn't mention this earlier, and this is kind of like this isn't really it's very inappropriate. I don't think this would fly in a film today, but they have a camera facing their neighbors. Well, the one kid in the club, his sister, they live next door. And his sister has a direct shot from the window of the clubhouse. So they have a camera facing her window.
In the beginning, like he's watching her through the clubhouse too. Whenever he joins, what's his name? Yeah, Rudy.
Yeah,
Rudy. Yeah, he's ironing her up. Yeah.
And then when Frankenstein was in it, he was like, "Focus,
Yeah,
Frankenstein." Yeah.
He got like scared by the
God.
camera, like took a picture. So
Also, there's like a
they
lot
did,
of
like,
things at the beginning of this movie. You're like, whoa, this is a time and place because of the names they call each other at the beginning. Like it's just dropped like crazy. It's like, this is definitely
it's
80s.
pretty. It could be harsh at times, but it's still
maybe don't show your kids the this specific version.
yeah. What the TV version?
Yeah, TV version is good.
So where were we? Let me see where we're at here.
It's at the end of the montage whenever Frankenstein gets the pictures of the girl.
Right, that's what I was thinking of that. So yeah, he has sunglasses on. He's like eyeing up the photos developed from the camera of the girl next door.
All the kids, including Phoebe, are trying to look at the picture.
Yeah, they're all trying to see the picture of this nude girl next door.
Yeah,
which is
isn't the
interesting.
one? It's his sister too, right? He's
Right.
not looking.
Yeah.
He's just really
Oh,
interested.
God. So weird.
They go over to the police station, and the guys are just discussing the case. The Wolfman has gotten loose and is calling from a phone booth. And he's like, "You gotta get over to 666 Shadowbrook Lane. They're doing all this." He says, "Yeah, he does Uncle Rico does a great job here."
It's 666 Shadowbrook Lane. Like, come on.
Yeah, right. It's this
Come
classic.
on, guys. Why don't you think to go investigate that house already?
Tear that house down. Yeah.
Yeah, bulldoze it.
As they pan the camera over, he's doing the Wolfman morph. He's like, "They're gonna kill your son." He's like spitting up and so he breaks out, just beats the out of the phone booth for no reason at this gas station, and runs off as the Wolfman. Rudy and Patrick are eyeing up the sister from afar, just talking to some dude, while the rest of the kids are at the house to try to see what's going on with the house, basically to get the amulet. So they pull up the sister, Rudy and Patrick, up to the clubhouse to ask her the most important question: "Are you a virgin?" Because they need to use her for the ritual to open the portal, right? But the younger brother can't spit it out. So how does the other guy say it? He says,
I don't know. He says it's weird too.
He does it too. He like trips over the word.
Oh yeah, he says like, "Have you ever been dorked?"
Yeah, that's what it
Or
is.
something like
Yeah, that's what it was.
So she's like, "You two are sick," and then he pretty much threatened her. He's like, I got photos. He doesn't say it this way, but he threatens that he has the photos. He's like, "I'll post these right up between the prom things at school and something else." So she's pretty much locked in to do the ritual, right? Like whether she likes it or not.
When Eugene sees the, I don't know if it's right spot, but Eugene sees the Gilman in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he spots
comes
him real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, and now there's two other guys on the radio. He goes like, what does he say? I wrote it down. Good luck, butt love.
And they keep calling each other something too. I mean, other than like the terrible. But I'm trying to think.
There's what it was like. It was like Peen Lord or something.
But he said something to him, and he was like, "Oh, it comes up later during the mummy chase."
He calls him Band-Aid breath. He calls him their money with
Well,
cheese.
not just Band-Aid breath, but and this isn't really important. But he calls like one of the kids like, "What are you, like a wuss?" He goes, "Okay, I'll do it." he got like really threatened by it because he was like, "Go get the mummy." He's like, "I can't go get the mummy." He's like, "What are you, a wuss?" Okay.
Yeah.
Just thought that was funny.
I wrote down the one insults. Peenhead.
Peenhead.
Instead of head.
So they're going into the house. They're eyeing it up with Frank. They're all walking in slow. Frank ends up falling through the floor, and like pretty much knocking himself out.
The ceiling falls in on him.
Yeah, they had it booby trapped or whatever.
Oh, that's right. He pushed the plunger. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
So he knocks out Frank, and the rest of the kids are like, "What are we gonna do? We can't do anything. We can't get him up." So as they're trying to figure that out, Wolfman shows up, and he just does that classic villain move where he just keeps spinning to look back and forth between the two like kids.
Doesn't do anything at all.
Yeah, he's just like threatening them. So as he's doing that, Sean yells to Horace, "Kick him in the nards." He's like, "What?" "Kick him in the nards." He's like, "Wolfman doesn't got nards. He's like, "Do it." So he kicks him right in the balls.
He goes, "Wolfman has nards."
Yeah, Wolfman's got nards. Like, and then they all start to run away. So they're running through like this it's kind of like a maze of the house in the lower level. They're in this hallway that has like the classic like long hallway thing. They're getting hit from all sides. They run down the one side. They got the vampire lady show up that Dracula just bit, right? The other side, it's Dracula. The other side, it's the Wolfman approaching. So he says to him, he's like, he starts messing around with the they're backed into a corner. He's messing with the statue. He's like, what am I supposed to do? He's like, did you ever see those Hardy Boys books? He's like, there's always a switch. He's like, what are you, an idiot? He's like, what? And then they fall down a trap door when he finally hits the arm on the statue behind him. The kids got the amulet. They make their way out of the house.
Wait, why couldn't Dracula touch the amulet? Like, he saw it through the wall, but why couldn't he get it?
I don't know if they explain that. Maybe that he has to like wait until after midnight on this night to like claim it.
Okay, because it's something weird. Like,
I know there was a deadline. There's definitely a deadline with the timeline. Like these kids had to do this by this night, otherwise it
right. And they had to have the amulet,
right?
And they had to do it by this time. But like, why couldn't? Because Dracula finds the amulet before the kids even get there.
Well, yeah, he finds it, but I don't know if he can do anything with it.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just wondering why.
I think he just like located where it was, and then maybe he has to. I'm assuming he has to wait past midnight to get to it, like Gremlins. He can't eat.
Okay.
He can't. Dracula can't eat. No, I'm just kidding. But no. So I have no idea why he cannot touch it beyond that. I'm sure it's somewhere buried in the plot that I missed. But all the kids show up with scary German guy in his Jurassic Park Jeep. Because we're about to have the Jurassic Park chase coming up, you know, like Must Go Faster. So
a couple years before,
he says, okay, we gotta get this amulet back to, I think, does he say we have to get it back to my dad?
Hey, real quick, I just looked it up and I remember them talking about this. Basically, they had to wait for the amulet to change color for Dracula to use it.
Okay.
At the beginning it was red, and when they picked it up, it was green.
Yeah. Once every 100 years, the forces of good and evil achieve perfect balance. During this time, the amulet is said to be indestructible, will become vulnerable and can be destroyed, allowing evil to reign over the world. So he wants to destroy it.
But it's only during that time.
Right.
Okay.
There's like only a small window where that can happen.
So they all book it toward like the town center. They got the amulet in hand. Everybody's together. And so, German guy's driving the Jurassic Park Jeep with a lot of the kids, and the mummy shows up. And the mummy's just like hanging on the back trying to grab them. I think the mummy's got hands on Phoebe, the little sister, in the back. So they're trying to pull the mummy off. And he's like, just hook this. Rudy says, just hook this on. He's like, I won't do it. He's like, what are you, a wuss? He's like, okay. Gives him an arrow, grabs a bandage from the mummy and gives it to Rudy, who hooks it into an arrow from the archery set he stole, and then fires it into a tree as they're driving past, which begins to pull the mummy apart as they keep driving on. So the mummy's like freaking out. It's just pulling him apart, leg to torso to finally skull. It just drops his skull on the ground.
That was a cool scene because it was like dust flying out of his limbs, basically.
But what's the point of a mummy then? Like he's not strong. Like I don't get what the hell is the point of him.
He's scary.
He's stupid.
Yeah, but like he can't do anything. He couldn't even get him out of the car.
Exactly.
I mean, what can a zombie do? Zombie can bite you, but only if you're stupid enough you get caught.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, mummy's pretty lame. At least this mummy was.
Yeah.
His dad and the partner are heading back. Well, they were heading, I don't know if they were heading home. They were just heading on the road. And all of a sudden they get the old phantom car trick that goes through them. It's Dracula's car on the road.
Well, no, they're heading to his house because Dracula calls him or whatever.
No, the Wolfman
called him.
Yeah,
Wolfman warned him. So
yeah,
Wolfman warned him that he's heading to his house. Dracula is also driving past and does the old phantom drive through, like the Ghostbusters 2 move, where it just goes through you with the train. As the dad runs into the house, I'm sorry, Dracula
gets there. He tears the door off the back of his car, and classic Dracula move, takes some sticks of dynamite to throw at stuff.
Yeah, and just tosses it at the treehouse and blows it to shit.
He's like throwing a lot of dynamite in this film.
Yeah, he has too much dynamite.
He's just meeting adjourned as he blows it up.
Meeting adjourned.
Yeah, he blows up the treehouse. He blows up a car. He's just chucking dynamite, which is like so odd.
Yeah, because what's his name's dad shows up, the cops, and right whenever at his house, and Dracula like Dynamite's the great. I don't understand why Dracula. He's Dracula.
Yeah, why are you dynamiting stuff? I guess he can't blow
Because they
things
wanted
up.
to make it showy, you know?
It's the 80s, man.
They
Explosions.
had some blow up budget.
It's true.
Explosions.
I mean, I bet this is the only movie where Dracula throws dynamite sticks at people.
I bet you're right. I actually bet you're right.
I guess because his kid's gone, but like his dad seems unfazed that his partner's got blown the.
Well, I don't know if his dad's unfazed. Maybe like he's just in shock of all this going on.
Yeah.
He just had his home invaded by Dracula blown up.
Yeah. I also like how they, obviously probably for budgetary reasons, but they don't show Dracula's transformation all the time. It happens off screen in like clever ways. Like it pans
The
to
shadows
the
and
mom
stuff.
and you see the shadow or like the screen. So like, I thought that was pretty smart.
There's one of the first scenes was like it showed him going from a bat to Dracula, which was good.
Yeah. I mean, when they do it, it's cool. I bet it just took forever and probably cost a lot of money. So
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
The dad sees his partner blow up in the cop car after Dracula dynamites him.
did he get killed?
Oh, the partner's
Yeah.
dead. Definitely dead. There's no way he survived.
He's in the car and they lock
He
eyes before he
screams.
blows
He
up.
screams like, ah! Right before he blows
I'm
up.
a good cop, and he dies again.
Yeah, I'm great. So they all rush to the town square because they're trying to go to the church. And the church ends up being locked because it's too late, I think. Or they just locked it up. They don't want to let them in. So it's thundering out, and this is where the showdown starts to happen. This is the big showdown in the movie. So the first enemies we run into are the vampire chicks. Rudy gets out his... is he firing? He's just firing stakes, right?
Yeah, and they're
I think
walking
so.
so slow.
Yeah, they're doing like the vampire creep walk.
Just like
Is
at the
that a
beginning.
thing? Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah,
They're
I mean,
just
that's
there to
like a-
die.
yeah.
They're there to die. They're there to be killed.
He takes out two easily, and then he stabs the third one, and then she goes down, right? So, right after that, Dracula's flying in as a bat, and his dad shows up in the cop car, or in the cop car. Dad just shows up. So he runs up to, I forget why he runs up in this building to get the Wolfman.
Well, because somehow Dracula gets hit.
He's shot at the bat of Dracula, and he fly the bat,
Oh, that's right. The bat went flying into the window of this building.
and the Wolfman came in to protect Dracula.
to protect Dracula. And then the dad has dynamite on him from the house. So he showed up with the dynamite.
No. Dracula throws dynamite in the building too, I think, right? And then the dad grabs it and throws it out the window,
No.
which hits the Wolfman. Okay.
No, the dad brought it with him, I think.
Why would he have dynamite? Why is there so much dynamite in
There's a lot
this
of
town?
They just had so much dynamite. Yeah, he has
They just had a
dynamite.
lot
I
to
have it on
use.
It's
right
the
now
80s,
at
man.
this part.
It's the 80s.
Now he says,
Why is dynamite so big?
What does he say before he throws the dynamite? I know he says something like one liner.
I thought I wrote it down.
Oh, that's right, he does. But the Dracula's like half transformed laying there.
Right.
Yeah, he's all messed up.
She
Yeah,
shot him as a bat, so he's turning back into a human.
Does he say like "suck on this" or
He
something?
says,
Or?
it's been revoked.
Yeah,
Wait, why does Dracula get messed up from one gunshot? But before they were just unloading
I
clips
don't
into him, it
know.
didn't
Because
phase
he's a
him.
bat.
Okay.
he was in different form, maybe.
I think it's, I don't know.
And more vulnerable,
I don't know.
maybe. We'll just guess. But
Okay.
so Wolfman comes to, so he's about to blow up Dracula with the dynamite he has on him. And he goes to throw, but Wolfman shows up, so he sticks it on Wolfman.
Well, he fights him for a little bit. He throws him around. And then
Throws him around the room.
It's this scene I laughed out loud at because he sticks the dynamite in Wolfman's pants and pushes him out a window, and then we get a scene of Wolfman flying out the window and exploding.
Exploding in midair.
In midair. So it's funny because it's going back to that conversation they were having about how you killed Wolfman earlier.
Right. And then, yeah, exactly. So Sean runs up and they hug and like, I'm okay, you're okay. Go over to Wolfman's pieces that have reformed.
They're like slowly moving.
Dracula escapes too.
Dracula, yeah, they do like the look over and he's gone, right? You know? So Wolfman shows up on the main drag with all the kids there. And I think more cops have showed up at this point. So the cops are trying to fight Wolfman. Wolfman wrecks both of those cops.
Yeah. There's like one on his back, like...
There's one like getting slammed after
Yeah.
the fact. Yeah, like choked. So Rudy grabs one of the cops' guns and loads his silver bullet from shop class. and takes aim at the Wolfman and pretty much fires. Takes down the Wolfman, who goes back into normal Uncle Rico form.
And thanks him for it.
Yeah. Thank you. And finally dies because he just was like, the guy was like tortured really as like the Wolfman, right?
Yeah, that's what you guys picked as you wanted to be at the start of this.
Yeah, well, it's a great choice.
I'd rather die here than a pervert,
nice
Jeff.
Wow. I don't think that's true at all.
So during this whole ordeal, they figure out that Patrick's sister, it isn't working. The ritual, the German guy is translating the book and having the girl read the incantation, but it's not working because it turns out the girl isn't a virgin. And she says because that one time with that dude didn't count. Her brother's like, doesn't count. Yeah. Doesn't count.
But explain the Horus scene.
That's coming up next. So Horus, the creature from the Black Lagoon, is doing the slow walk on Horus, right?
Comes out of the sewer.
Already messed up some cops, and Horus is trying to pull a shotgun. Or I'm sorry, he's knocking on the window of the bullies that are in the...
He has the gun, though. He already pulled it out. And he's like, let me in.
Okay, so he's pulling the gun off the dead cop and the knocked out guy. He's let me in. He's like, they're like, just, they won't even talk. They're just shaking their head no. So he finally gets the shotgun cocked and just blasts creature from the Black Lagoon down.
One shot.
I thought the fact they kept backing up into the store window area.
Yeah,
he's gonna get shot. He's gonna shoot and get blasted through the glass himself.
Oh, like get shot backward.
Yeah. But he didn't.
He took down creature of the Black Lagoon, and then the bullies come out and say, "Nice job, fat kid," and they do the great hero shot. Yep. They do the sweeping music, and he does the shotgun pose. Says, "My name is Horus."
And he cocks the shotgun. Yep.
And he cocks the shotgun. It's great. So
great.
Finally, the final showdown, they figure out that the little sister technically is a virgin, so she can read the incantation to open up the portal. And Dracula has also shown up. And so
wait.
Yeah.
I don't want to like tread on this part right here, but
sure. So let's talk about that.
The one kid's like, wait, isn't she a virgin?
Yeah.
She's 5 years old. I would hope she's a virgin.
Yeah, it's the old German guys helping her read it.
Right. Yeah. They're so in the moment. They just aren't thinking. Yeah. That's,
Right. But like, she should be.
So wait. So Dracula shows up and starts just annihilating anybody he touches.
Yeah.
Why did he need any of the other things? This movie doesn't make any sense.
Because he's really off now.
Well, that's the thing that can stop him, right? He just wants to get rid of it.
He's like, he's had enough. He's like, you know what?
I keep getting sucked through this portal and I gotta wait 100 years.
He does front brakes, side brakes. He does like a headlock break, I think.
Yeah, he's slow walking and all these cops are basically like jumping at him and just getting beat up. Like one at a time.
So it's just German guy and Phoebe standing there with the amulet in the book. And he like energy blasts German guy. Which I don't think he doesn't kill him, does he?
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't, because he comes back.
No, he just energy blasts him. So, and then he picks up Phoebe by her chin and lifts her up to his face level and says one of the best lines in the whole movie. And do you want me to say it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll suck you.
He said, "Wait a minute, you're a virgin, aren't you?" No, he said,
"Jeez,
give me the amulet, you bitch." And then she starts screaming.
Yeah, he gets the fangs and the crazy eyes and the
crazy red eyes. It just looks so cool. But as he does this, he gets. I don't know if like Frank grabs his shoulder. Like Frankenstein grabs him from the back to have Dracula put Phoebe down.
Yeah, Frank finally gets off his and does something.
Well, he's a very slow guy. I mean, like, he's Frank's
he
not
got
the
Dynamite
quickest of cats.
Sabotaged.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He got knocked out.
I
forgot about that. So he does. I gotta tell you guys this because it made me laugh. But he turns Dracula around and says "bogus" and does that punch up into the air. To where Dracula goes up in the air in the one shot and then like gets impaled on like a church fence, right?
Yeah.
But if you just watch that one shot where he goes like straight up from that punch, I was just picturing him just going straight up into fucking space. I just started laughing picturing. You just have to watch it.
I watched it. I didn't
Watch it again.
About space.
Watch it again.
I am. I'm watching it right now. I don't think he's going to space.
Well, you should watch harder. But anyway.
Watch harder.
So
watch pals. Watch harder.
Watch harder. So yeah, Dracula is like steaming on the church fence because it's a holy fence, and he's just sitting there getting cooked. And Frank goes over, and they have a very emotional moment. He and Phoebe, as the portal's about to as opening.
It's very like Chunk and
Chunk and Sloth.
What's his name?
Or E.T. and Elliot.
Before all this portal's opening. Excuse me. Phoebe's behind a bench, right?
Oh yeah, this is a good point. Yeah,
you see a truck get pulled into. Other cops get pulled into it, but she's fine behind the bench this whole time.
Yeah, her dad and her brother are like getting sucked in.
You said a car got pulled in, right?
Yeah. There's a truck, a pickup truck.
Yeah, and that bench was bolted the fuck in.
No, it's bent over though. You see it.
It's on its side.
It was almost. It almost made it.
You know what they should have did is they should have put they should just made that scene extra goofy, like throw a cow in there and stuff like this. Not
like
Twisters.
Yeah. A barn with the rooster thing on top.
A barn, yeah. The Wicked Witch. She was
But so a lot of things get sucked through the portal, including Dracula, and who grabs Dracula in the portal?
Van Helsing.
Call back to the beginning of the film. Van Helsing.
After what's his face stabs them while they're getting sucked in.
Yeah, and he gives Sean the thumbs up.
He does. And it's like a 2-second blip too. He's like, yeah.
Yeah,
he gets sucked off and gives a thumbs up.
Best way to go. So
wow.
The portal closes. Phoebe throws Frank her teddy bear. He says bye. And then the dust is settling, and then a bunch of army trucks show, or a bunch of every tank show.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it said, what are you guys doing here? Well, we got a note from
Wasn't Sam Hill?
Wasn't the Sam Hill? Well, we got a note from Eugene that said monsters were around.
Yeah. The whole army comes in, and then
why the army would show for some kid writing a letter to the army saying monsters are here.
That's what makes it great, though. That's the joke is so good.
Yeah, that's what makes it amazing.
And then he says, "Who are you guys?" Or "Who are you?" He says, "We're the Monster Squad."
Credits.
Credits roll. The Monster Squad song begins, and you just watch the Monster Squad.
Well, thank you, Brian, for going over the Monster Squad. We're going to get our feedback of the movie now, and I'm going to start with...
Can I go first? Because I just want to get up and pee.
Yeah, go for it. Jordan, you can go first. What would you like to say about the Monster Squad?
So I'd never heard of this movie ever before in my life. Ever. And then I'll say this, it checked all the 80s classic tropes that I love. Kids on Adventure, Saving the Day. I love it. Explosions.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of those.
Where there don't need to be explosions. Just like unnecessary explosions. Cheesy one-liners. So many good one-liners. Like when I said, when Dracula throws the dynamite. I don't know why Dracula has dynamite, but throws in the clubhouse, says, meeting adjourned. Or when Horace says, the Wolfman has nards. Fantastic. Great montage with the montage song. Was very good. I think a really, really good practical effects and exceptional character design and costume design. Like the Wolfman looked great. The Gill Man, what do they call him, look fantastic. It almost looked like Predator. Like this, I think it's the practical effects and the costume design made this movie.
I actually wonder, not to interrupt you, Jordan, but I wonder if that was a callback to, because Shane Black, one of the writers of this, wrote Predator. So
yep.
I wonder if that's a callback.
Well, he was in Predator,
right.
Yeah, and then he wrote Predators. It might have been, but I don't know. The costume design was great, and the Universal monsters, which I love, like all those classic Universal monsters. So for me, I thought it was a great movie. I knew nothing about it, so the bar wasn't set high or low for me personally, but I think it was a overall fun movie. I think it was great.
Well, thank you, Jordan. You may go alleviate yourself.
You may go pee now.
Yeah, make it tinkles.
Thanks, Piss.
Watchmytinkles.org.
Please begin now.
Jeff, can you go next, please?
Sure, yeah. So I had heard of this. I feel like I saw just like bits, very small bits and pieces. Never watched all of it for sure. Don't know why. I feel like if I had watched this when I was a kid, this would have been like something that I was like, I love this movie. It's amazing. But, still happy to watch it much later in life now. And, similar to what Jordan said, it's hitting on all those things that make like a lot of those 80s adventure movies fun. But this one had like the spooky aspect to it, using the Universal monsters and, not scary, but it's cool, funny, goofy, just like over the top in some ways. Like Wolfman flying out of the stinking window and blowing up midair was so funny to me. And then him coming back to life and that like being a callback to them talking about like, how do you kill a wolf earlier? Like just stupid, funny stuff like that. Sure, there are some plot holes. I don't think it's important for this kind of movie. It's just, something you watch because it's fun to watch. Like this is something I could see myself watching again. And, overall, exactly what Jordan said. It was fun, a fun 80s romp in a spooky adventure setting.
Well, thank you, Jeff. I'm going to go now and talk about the Monster Squad because I think I have a negative view of it in that I thought I think it's a time and place movie. Like if I was, younger, like when you saw it, I probably thought this movie was great and I'd be fueled generally on nostalgia. And right now, or when I watched it, I'm like, it's seeing at this age so much farther, not even knowing it existed, but also I've seen like The Goonies, which, spoiler alert, The Goonies is my favorite movie ever.
Yeah.
It's number one for me. It's a movie I watched 1,000 times growing up. I think seeing that and being like, seeing The Goonies and then watching this being like, this is a travesty. How could they do this?
Wow.
Like
Goonies super fan here.
Well, also take that grain of salt. Chris has not seen most movies, so
I saw Goonies.
Goonies is a good choice. It's a good choice.
Hey, Chris, what's your idea of a good time? The road.
That's not I didn't say that was a good time. I didn't say it was a good movie.
I think it's a little like, so it's for Chris, it sounds like it's in this weird area where like he loves the Goonies so much that seeing something try to be like
similar
the Goonies
or
and
trying
not,
to do it,
not be as good to him.
But isn't it all of us though?
It's true. I mean, it
we all have
reminds
our
me
own
of the
opinion,
Goonies, and I think all the ways that I like the Goonies. I think Goonies is a much better movie. Yeah, but
right.
Yeah,
I still really liked this. So it's
right.
I could see how some people though could be like, oh, this is so like holy to me that something trying to emulate it just like feels cheap or whatever. So I can see Chris's view, even though I don't agree with it.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's like, I'm not saying that just because it's not the Goonies, it's not good. I'm just saying like for me, I think there was it looked like a cheap movie, but maybe again, like I'm seeing it so many years later, it looked like it was a made for TV movie. Like there's so many stupid plot holes that just drove me nuts. But like again, I didn't see it as a kid. If I was seeing this as a kid, I wouldn't have cared about that type of stuff. So I think I don't know if that's something that I take into consideration or not. Like should I take into consideration? But like the 80s movie, live and well in this movie, you could tell when it was made. I think. Again, I don't understand the point of it. Like, it reminds me, and again, have you ever seen Halloween Town, which is more of a 90s movie, early 90s movie, and it's actually kind of a Christmas movie, I think. And
what?
Yeah, it's called Halloween Town, but like maybe it's Halloween.
It's also a Christmas movie. Are you sure you're not thinking of Nightmare Before
it
Christmas?
Sounds like we're gonna have to watch Halloween Town next for Chris when he goes next.
But Halloween Town is it's a Disney movie, like a Disney like made for TV movie. But it's really popular with people that grew up in that like in the early 90s, like were little. Like it came out in 98. So like if you were, our age. If you were 6, 7, 8, 9 in the late 90s.
In that age range, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So like, but it's like the same styling. So when I see this, I'm like thinking of this late 90s direct to video TV movie style. But this movie specifically, it seems like it was made. I don't even know how to put this. Like, there's so many weird plot holes. Like, but it's not that type of movie. Like, it's not. They weren't making a movie. Like, it's like a kids movie, but there's so many dark things in it, or like things they say and do, that it's like, this isn't a kids movie, right?
But I feel like 80s movies were a different time for kids movies. At least some of them.
Yeah, I agree.
A
Yeah.
lot of them were, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I watched this movie, I was not enjoying it. But again, I wasn't a kid. So that's one thing I'm kind of stuck on. Like, would I tell someone to watch this? No. Would I show this to my kids someday? No.
I suddenly remembered a movie that Chris likes. He hasn't talked about it for a long time.
Okay.
But
Like, choose it.
I think I should do it.
Yeah.
Is
Don't
it a spooky
say it.
movie, then?
Don't
Is it
say
spooky?
it. Don't.
Well, his criticism of a lot of movies, he has a criticism about a lot of movies, but at the same time, this movie he loves.
What?
This movie he loved at one point. He criticizes a lot of movies for certain things that happens in a movie that he loves. He used to love at one point.
Okay.
And I kind of want to pick it. This is maybe think of it.
Okay.
It's a whoopsie doodle movie.
When you say that, what does that mean?
Just say the movie.
Well,
Whoopsie.
A Walk to Remember.
I've heard of that.
God, that is not
Walk
a
to
scary
Remember
movie.
anymore. I didn't say I
scared
like that
of
movie. I just
watching it.
Yeah.
You love, dude. You said you love that movie.
It's a good romp. Yeah.
Wow.
I watched it at a specific time in my life.
Yes, there's a time you loved that
you're
movie.
right. Time and place. That's why I'm having a trouble with this movie, because, like, again, if I was a kid and when I saw this, I would have loved it. And now watching it, I'm like,
By no means am I saying this is similar. For some reason, it's made me think of that. Like,
yeah,
because like you
Walk
said,
to
there's a time and a place where you, like you said, you would have liked this movie.
yeah.
But I was like, oh man, Chris liked this. I remember you talking about the movie all the time. Man,
Yeah, that's a good movie.
no, dude, I'm not bashing you on that because like there's rom-com movies I love that I probably shouldn't like, but I don't care.
Say them.
But it reminded me of that, so that's all.
Love Actually. Let's fucking go.
Love Actually is great.
Never
It is
seen
great.
Chris would probably love it.
No, probably not.
Look up
Different
the
time in
movie.
my
Well, it's
life.
not a comedy, but Once. Once is a great movie.
So, again, I think there's so many weird things in the movie, but it's from the 80s. And I want to say that I'll never watch it again. But I want other people to watch it because I think it is a good 80s movie. I think it's a good holiday movie for kids. If you're not my kids, I guess, like, it's difficult because it's like,
Not my kids.
Maybe your fucking kids.
Not my kids.
if this was like Disneyatized, it would have been a perfect kids movie.
Right, because there's like some 80s things lingering that make it not
Right.
appropriate anymore. Yeah, I got you.
And like you said, you get the made for TV version, you know?
Yep.
Chris, did you like the adventure of them hunting monsters?
Okay, that's my other point. I don't think there was enough of that, of the solving the mystery.
That makes sense.
I mean, for what it was a shorter movie
Yeah.
for that kind of build up. Yeah.
Like, if there was another 20 minutes of them trying to solve the mystery, it was kind of just like too much, like boom, 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 boom. Like, it just happened so quickly. And maybe that's the pacing issue is what I have an issue with, is like Dracula shows up and like all the monsters show up, then all of a sudden he's there. They get the book, but they don't even do anything with the book. Like, they don't even decipher the book and very quickly. Like, there's not like any, I don't know, treasure hunt maybe is what I'm
It
thinking.
moves very fast. Yeah.
Right. So
That makes sense.
that's what I want to say. Acting wise, it was fine. I mean,
Yeah. For a monster kids movie.
I think Phoebe was probably the best actress in the movie.
Yeah, she's great.
She probably did the best.
She's fantastic.
His dad me off the entire time. He sucked.
He was too over the top.
Yeah, he was like, "Come on, Columbo, you're fine. Get off your horse." The mom was not. Maybe the mom wasn't in it enough. Like, she probably was.
She's only in a few scenes. Yeah.
Yeah. The kids were fine. I mean, there was nothing great. I didn't like Rudy. He kind of sucked because, like, it was typical 80s, but that's like a typical 80s thing. Horace was great, but he wasn't used enough. Like, they evolved. They made his character kind of the most interesting, and then they didn't do anything with it other than he shot people at the end, or shot the guy at the end. So yeah, that's what I think.
All right.
Who's next? Brian, you're up.
Me, I'm last. Well, I've seen. Well, I'll just say this because I've seen this movie growing up a bunch. Revisited revisited it. I can't say that goddamn word. We watched it again recently. And yeah, there's some parts of it. Yeah, it does drag for me in some parts of the movie, but I've seen this movie so many times that I can remember the pacing and the lines, like all the one-liners, at least some of them, the big ones, like Wolfman's got nards and things like that, and like, you know, like the Wolfman morphing out of the phone booth, and just scenes like that have stuck in my head forever. Like, I think this movie is a good example of, if you like horror as a genre rather than a specific character.
Yeah, like classic horror, right?
Yeah, classic horror, because you got all the monsters in one on this one. So it's like, yes, it's like you're watching it because it's Dracula or whatever, but it's like, really, you're just watching this because you love horror. It's like you love the idea of like monsters and all this kind of stuff. So it's like that mixed with an adventure movie for kids. That's the best, but with an 80s edge. That's the best way I can describe this movie. So
What was The Lost Boys? Would I have liked that?
I think so.
Was that's more of like a harder edge than this
little more
movie,
serious.
for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's the same year this came out.
It's
Okay.
not for kids at all, yeah.
This director it's also in like the horror comedy, but it's an R movie. It's called Night of the Creeps, which another movie, they kind of like remade it in a way. Slither. I don't know if you guys ever saw that.
Yep.
But yeah, but that's
Been a while,
like Night of
but
the
yeah.
Creep.
Nope,
Night of the
not
Creeps
me.
is like a more of an 80s tinged horror movie. Same director.
So let's go around and give our thumbs up, thumbs down, our rating for the Monster Squad. Jordan, go first, please.
I'm going thumbs up. Like I said, hit all the notes. The 80s tropes that I love. Again, I didn't know anything about this movie going in, so it may have something to do with it. But like, I thought it was a good, fun, silly adventure with the monsters of lore that I like. So thumbs up.
Do you like the Tom Cruise version of The Mummy, or
No, this is garbage.
I never saw it.
I never saw that one either.
Yeah, me neither.
That's supposed to be the beginning of the whole new thing, the Universal Monsters in the
The
It
Voyage
flopped,
of the,
right?
what's
Yeah.
it called? The Demeter?
Demeter.
Horrible.
Voyage
Yeah.
of the Meter. Yeah,
They just rebooted. I mean, it got Nosferatu obviously from a different director, but
yeah.
I didn't watch it yet.
I was not a fan of Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Just put it out there.
Don't even know what that is.
Visually, it was amazing.
There was that other one that was before The Mummy with Orlando Bloom. That was supposed to be like the first one. He was supposed to be Dracula. It's Dracula Untold or something. And that one also was the first one in that series they were trying to use. Like,
Dracula Untold.
With Orlando Bloom.
I think so.
There's a lot of weird Dracula movies out there.
We're talking Legolas.
Yeah, so there's Dracula Untold was like right before The Mummy. It was supposed to be the first movie in that series. They were supposed to redo it. Maybe it wasn't Orlando Bloom.
He also was in Gran Turismo.
Was he?
Yeah.
It was Luke Evans. It's not... And,
Luke
and
Evans.
Dominic Cooper, who was Preacher.
Oh, I did see Dracula Untold. Yes.
Jeff, what do you give it?
I give it a good old thumbs up. It was a goofy, fun adventure horror movie, and I'd watch it again, and I'm sad that it took this long for me to watch it. So I think, yeah, it's an 80s classic, even though I didn't watch it in the 80s. I can definitely see why people have such fond memories of it and why Brian picked it. So yeah, thumb her up.
Even there's no invisible pervert in this, he gives it a thumbs up.
We don't know. He's probably invisible.
They did not include the Invisible Man.
there
It's
you
true.
All right. I'm going to say that I'm torn because I really don't. I won't ever watch it again.
Just give it the thumbs down.
He's in like what
You
we
don't
like.
like it. It's fine.
I think
get it over
I
with.
think I give it a thumbers down. And I'm sorry, but maybe it'll be one I turn around on, but I can't in all things I said bad about it, turn around and give it a thumbs up. So Brian, what about you?
Gonna have to give it a thumbs up. It's a classic for me. It's a cult classic. If you haven't seen this movie, you love horror, you should probably see it. That's it.
Yeah, good way to kick off the spooky season in a fun way.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
A nice jaunt into horror.
Yeah, jaunt.
That's a nice romp.
All right, next week we got Jordan. Jordan, what are we watching next week?
We're going to watch 2014's Tusk.
Tusk.
Why?
What is Tusk?
What a pick.
Jeff and Brian's favorite movie.
Yeah.
Why are you picking Tusk?
Why? Yes. Why, Jordan?
Well, it was a panic pick, but I remember the first time I watched it.
Oh, you have seen it.
Yeah, I've only watched it once. I enjoyed it, and I remember I brought up, I think to you and Brian, I think you guys would probably have already seen it, but if not, would have liked it, and you guys would be like, no, it's terrible, we hated it. I was like, all right, I'm picking that movie. I'm gonna pick it.
We could get into it next episode, but Brian and I had a moment with this film for sure.
Oh, hot. Well, okay, great. So next week we're watching the movie Tusk. I've never seen it, so I'm excited based on everybody's.
You shouldn't be.
Well, thank you everybody for being here. Please leave a comment on your podcast platform of choice. It really helps us out. Please contact us on social media. We're on most of them. You can find all those links below in the show notes or on our website at watchpals.show. If you have any questions or suggestions for the movie, please, for a future movie, please send us an email at watchpalsshow@gmail.com. Again, you can find all those links at watchpals.show. We would like to thank Ben Miller for our logo art, and you can find his work at his Instagram, which is linked below. I want to thank you, Jeff, for being here with us today.
Hey, you're welcome.
Jordan, I want to thank you for being here too. And Brian, thank you for driving the ship and for being here with us tonight.
He did the monster mash.
Thank all of you out there in Watchland. Until next time, please set your watches for the next episode of the Watch Pals. Good night.